Welcome in, everyone. It's always a surprise to us when we go live. So, still, no matter what we do, we're here today. We made it. Deb has passed through the hurricane. We're back. We're doing really well now. We're getting ready to go to Intuit Connect. So, yes. 1 week from now, we will be in our sessions, talking to people and engaging with our friends. So much fun. I can hardly wait. I've been so excited. I have like my little pile of stuff I have to take with me sitting on the side, and I don't know how I'm going to get my clothes in there. So, because I'm
okay, let's talk about, Donna, how you pack for QuickBooks Connect. What stuff do you take?
So I take, well, of course, my meds and everything. I break everything down. It's in little baggies. All my personal items are in a Loungefly bag.
What's a Loungefly bag?
Loungefly is a small backpack. Usually Disneyland parks have them, but they're all over. So it's a small backpack that I can use during the conference.
Okay.
And then I really just pack I'm only taking one pair of shoes, my tennis shoes. I'm not one of those people. Like I have a friend who takes like a whole suitcase just for shoes. I am packing for convenience and just the way I live. Honestly, I wear one pair of shoes all the time. So I have my tennis shoes and that's it. I have my jeans and my shorts and that's it. And I have my shirts. Well, this will be the shirt. This is the shirt we're wearing the whole time. So I have a few of those.
Bookkeepers on Fire t-shirts.
Yep. I don't overpack for, underwear and socks like many people like to bring their whole drawer. I don't know why.
So you're not a housewife of California? Housewife of Disney World?
No, not at all. I go bare minimum. Exactly what I need to get through. And because, we're not like, we're running around all day. We're doing all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm not going up and changing for the parties or anything like that. I'm just going to the most casual ones they have. It's not craziness, so I don't need to pack a lot of extra stuff. I'm not doing anything like that. So
now, are you a coffee drinker?
Nope. No, I don't drink coffee. I'm a water in the morning.
I'm a coffee drinker, so the most important thing I pack is my coffee pot.
Yep.
They do not have coffee pots in the rooms at the Aria.
Yep, so that will be for all the coffee drinkers. Just know that. If you are going to order from Starbucks, mobile order. Because the lines are long, even for a mobile order. So, yep. And I walk by them and I go, I'm glad I don't drink coffee.
Well, plus it's like $10 a cup. I mean,
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Frugal accountants.
Yeah, it's not cheap. I do bring, most of the stuff I bring, besides just the few clothes that I bring, is tech related. So I didn't think I was going to need to bring my laptop this year, but I am going to bring my laptop this year. So I have to bring all the things. I'll bring a camera, and all the tech related, the cords I need for my phone, my iPad, well, probably not my iPad, but all that stuff.
Are you bringing your laptop to work, or why are you bringing your laptop?
So I'm bringing my laptop, honestly, so that I can do some of this YouTube stuff on it. So that's mainly the stuff. So while, technically it's not work, it's fun, I'm bringing it to work on that kind of thing because I need to show people stuff, especially Deb, because we will, first time in a year, be in the same room together.
Yay!
So I can show behind the scenes, all of that stuff. So work, yes. I mean, I can do a little bit of updating for my clients, but that doesn't take me long at all. And I can do that on my phone. But it'll be mainly for this kind of thing.
Right.
To look things up, do the updates, find the different things that we're doing. I think I'll have my Stream Deck with me so I can update that too. And a lot of people have wanted to see my demo on the Stream Deck anyways. So stuff like that. I also have a little mini projector that I can use too, so that if I need to demo stuff on a wall, I can just flip around and do a projector on it, which can be done from my phone. It connects to my phone, so I can do that also from my phone. So I bring more tech. That tech bag is really heavy. Than anything else, because I got all the cords I need, I got all that stuff. So fortunately, Aria is really good with the tech stuff, so you can charge up really easily. while you're in your room. I do bring a battery for when I'm on the floor, and we have extra batteries because we'll be using a gimbal, which needs charging because it doesn't last all that long. It lasts a couple hours, and I don't want to run back and forth. We have a streaming phone, so that needs to be charged up. We use a 12 for that. We use an older phone for it, but it works great. Things like that. We have mics for those also, which reminds me I need to order a new mic lavalier thing, whatever they're called. It's mine broke. But yeah, so we have all that stuff. Be all mic'd up.
Do I need to get a lavalier since we're together?
I have 2.
Okay.
My mic pack has 2 mics on it.
Okay.
So you don't need to buy any of that stuff. I'll just order 2.
Bought an extra
Yeah, they come in packs of 2 anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's mic up on it. And honestly, we could wear the mics like right here too, but then our little red light shows through. It looks really weird. I don't like it. It's not as close. And I could hand the mic to someone else if they needed to. All right.
Jeff says that my volume is lower than Donna's. Is that still true, Jeff?
All right, hold on. I haven't adjusted it yet. Let me adjust. I didn't see that comment in there because I was.
I'm trying not to talk so much, so maybe that's why my volume
Hold on.
is lower.
There it is. No, I was adjusting. So this
Okay.
one. We're still getting Deb's mic tuned in because it went down during the hurricane. So
Yeah.
we had some technical stuff.
Jeff, are you
Hope
going
that's
to
better.
Connect this year?
All right.
Yes, you're going to Connect, Jeff?
There's music in the background. How is there music in the background? Oh,
I'm
phew.
not singing.
Hold on. We have music going in the background? That
Is that
wasn't
still
supposed to
music
happen.
playing, Jeff?
Did that stop?
No. Okay, good.
Okay, good. Oops.
Somebody's Spotify was moving. You know. No, he's not going this
Oh,
year.
he's not
We'll
going
miss
this
you.
year?
We'll miss you.
All
You're
right.
going to scaling, Jeff? Yes. Good.
Okay. I'll be at scaling for the first time in like 5 years, 6 years, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. So I did sign up for that.
And the only reason I made her go to scaling is because, it's right near Disney World.
Yeah. Still hearing music. Oh no. What happened? Okay, that can't be Why is this going? I see the problem.
What?
Why it's showing music. Okay, hang on.
Donna's the tech guy and her son to help. And we're trying to figure out a good platform to do this in. So we appreciate your patience.
Yes. All right. Did the music stop?
I guess it did. He doesn't say, but I'm sure
Yeah.
if it's no music, let us know, Jeff. So anyway, okay, you bring all the tech stuff, little clothes, comfortable clothes. Make sure you bring. Still playing music.
Still playing music. I apologize. That's all I can say is I don't know why.
Maybe it's on your computer, Jeff. We don't hear it.
I don't know why.
Can you hear us if the music's still playing?
Oh, it stopped. Okay, great. All right, cool. Yeah, because
Good.
I killed everything.
Okay.
So I'm like, except for our 2 mics in the background.
Well, thank you, Jeff.
Thank you. We are coming up with a new solution for the one. Actually, we'll be enacting a new solution while we're at Connect, probably.
Yeah.
So I found a new solution last night, but it's not ready to go yet.
Not ready for prime time.
Yeah, it's not ready yet. I'm working on it. That will help us greatly. So you can go only with free for a little while, and you have to do something after that.
All right. So I'm bringing very little clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Hal's coming with me. Those of you that don't know Hal, he's going to come with me. He's not attending the conference, but he will be with me. So after hours, you'll see us around. So if you get to see Hal, make sure you say hi. So you'll get to meet Hal. If you want to meet him, I'll make sure you meet him. Uh, there is a Hal, so and he'll be there, which is exciting. And I always bring a coffee pot, warm, something, a sweatshirt, something warm to wear. The other thing I always remember is because I'm from Florida, it's humid in Florida. It is dry in Las Vegas. I always bring chapstick because my lips dry out. So I always bring, make sure Jeff, make sure he brings his towel. Okay.
Yep.
Hal in the towel. And but I bring chapstick, and actually I know one year Melio, they gave away humidifiers. I don't know, they're little tiny humidifiers which Hal uses. So we run a humidifier in the room because of the dry weather. So we're not used to that. You guys that live in the East Coast, the West Coast with the dry, it's a dry heat. Us Floridians who are used to wet air, basically, that when it's not raining, it's wet here and humid. We have to get used to the dryness. So we bring chapstick, moisturizers, humidifiers. And of course, I bring my coffee pot, a sweatshirt, comfortable shoes, and make sure I leave extra room in the suitcase because there's always giveaways that I want to bring home. I think the more often I go, the less, freebies I take from the vendors. But it's how I get my wardrobe every year is where I get the T-shirts. A lot of times they give away T-shirts, sweatshirts, socks. I wish they would give away pants. Why can't they give away pants too?
Yep, that would complete the wardrobe for the year. Yeah.
You vendors listening, give away pants because I wear your pants all the time. I know Nancy McClellan, she wrote a great article on MSNBC, MSN, I'm sorry, that is all about QuickBooks Live. So go search for her article. It's on expert tips for attending QuickBooks Connect 2024. Of course, it's now called Intuit Connect, but we won't, we still call it QuickBooks Connect because for 7 years, 8 years, that's what it's been called. Oh, great. So you put the link in the chat. That's great. Her article is great because she talks about everything. She has the parties that the vendors do, what to bring. Her article is really fabulous. So make sure you read it because it's a great article on what to bring at a conference. And it really could be used for any conference. But, how to pack for a conference. The other thing, too, Donna mentioned that she brings a laptop. I don't bring my laptop. Because I'm there to learn and get inspired for another year. So I really feel bad for people that spend the money to go to Connect. It's not inexpensive in the cost of the ticket, the plane fare if you have to take that, and the hotel, and then the food. And then you're in the hallway doing client work. If you're going to work, stay home. I get it that sometimes you have to do a little work, but take the week to educate yourself. This is for you. And so when I go, before I leave, I make sure I get as much done as I can, and then I can focus on those 4 days. And then of course, because I'm going to the West Coast, I have to take a day to recover when I come home. So I give myself a week. And, this has been the month of me taking off. I mean, there was Appy Camp I went to, and that had Hurricane Helene. So I went to Appy Camp and then was in Colorado Springs for 4 days, got back. Then there was Hurricane Milton, where we lost power for a week, and then power and internet. And then now we're QuickBooks Connect for a week. So I really only worked a week this month.
It's a slower month.
It all got done. So anyway, but it's so exciting to see everybody again, find out what QuickBooks and Intuit is doing. I know they're really moving into the mid-market to get the mid-market space and, of course, AI. And it's exciting to see what the new year will bring.
Yeah, and in the chat, I posted up the article that Nancy did, and then 2 other events that weren't listed in the article. So if you are going, you can register for those 2 events. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen there this year. We all know that they're making a very clear shift into the mid-market. We've seen it happening. We're watching the changes that they made. Last week they sent out their partnership with Credily to send out the new Pro Advisor Academy certificates, but not telling anyone.
Yeah, that freaked everybody out.
Yeah, that freaked everyone out. I thought it was normal, but
I said, "Oh, okay, cool."
yeah. But it freaked people out. But you can kind of see the strategy that they're going. They have the Intuit Academy already for taxes and things like that. So they're doing Pro Advisor Academy, I think, is where they're going with that. At least that's from what I can tell and the information I've received. So they're going in that level with the Tax Academy and with their Intuit Academy. They have level 1, level 2. With Pro Advisor, again, it's level 1, level 2, and some other trainings coming up. So I went in there to see, like, what do they got going on? What can I do? So that's neat to see what's happening. It's not all launched yet, I don't think. I'm sure that we will hear more about it during the conference. I'm sure we're going to hear all about this stuff during the conference and their keynotes that they're going to do. So I'm really excited about hearing about what they are expanding to.
I'm most excited to see, basically we're by ourselves all the time, in our little offices, whether you go to an office or work from your house, and maybe you have a couple of, team members. But, when I go to like regular places, nobody gets what we do. They all, I mean, when they find out you're an accountant, they kind of roll their, So, they don't get excited about talking about Excel and talking about, So when you're finally around people that like what you do, it's like, oh, I'm found my peeps. That to me is what the most fun is, seeing people that like the same things I do. And, and that's why I've met all my great friends from attending conferences. I was really sad. I missed Reframe last week because of the stupid hurricane. But, I had a bad case of FOMO. But, I know I'm going to see him next week at Connect. And I'll see him at Scaling. And, I'm attending more conferences, speaking at more conferences that are up and coming. I'm really pushing for that for myself. So that's where I meet my Intuit friends. So I go to catch up with my friends, find out what's going on with Intuit, get inspired, and just get ready for another year. So when I go home, I feel like, wow, I've filled my cup up, like I can work again. But if you're new to a conference, the best thing you can do is make friends there, meet people, exchange phone numbers. Don't be shy. We were all new once. Just walk up to them and start talking. We all have the same sign, make me feel important. So, walk up to somebody. And if you are a conference veteran and you see somebody that looks lost, go ask them if they're new. Can I help you? Let me show you where to go, blah, blah, blah. This is a community, if nothing else. And I think that's important. Of course, we're both members of the Bookkeeping Buds, which is another community within the Intuit community, which we just love. So I know we're having a breakfast together, and it's just the best time. I cannot wait to go. We have how many more sleeps? That's how we used to count things. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
We leave on Sunday.
I'm not counting Saturday because our plane leaves Orlando at 6:30 in the morning, and we are an hour and a half from the airport. So if I want to get there 2 hours before it takes off, means I need to be at the airport at 4:30, which means I need to leave my house at 3. So we do have a driver picking us up at 3:00. He's a husband of one of my clients, and he has a great service where he called Ride to Fly, and he you call him up and he'll drive you to the airport, to the port terminal. He'll pick us up. So he watches when the plane comes in. So if the plane gets delayed, he knows he'll wait, and you get your bags and he's right there to get you, and you just come home and you can chill. I don't have to stress, going to the airport. I don't mind flying, but it stresses me out because what if I'm late? What if I forgot this? What if I don't have that? Of course, Hal says, well, anything you forgot, you can buy there except your driver's license. One time I forgot my driver's license. That was fun.
So Now it's all well, at least for us in California, it's an app. So I just make sure if my phone's working, it's an app, and then I put that you can move it to your wallet, so your driver's license can be in your Apple Wallet. So even if you're
Oh, well,
not
that's
connected,
nice.
you could pull it up.
Florida's not that advanced yet.
Then take a picture of it,
Yeah, I
front and
could.
back.
But they want to hold it and flip it and show. Oh, I don't know. At
Yeah,
least I mean, in Hal always, I have plane, my plane ticket on my phone, so I can do that.
yeah,
But Hal likes to have the paper, paper. Hal and Tal, he likes the paper. So, so I do print out the boarding passes, and then he gets all flustered because we're going on Southwest, and you have to get the ticket in advance and get the print out
yeah.
of the bag thing, and oh, it's stressful, but I just take deep breaths, deep calming breaths.
Yeah,
you
on
know.
the if you're TSA approved, at least so far at the airports on this side of the country, we haven't flown on the other side of the country yet. But even if you don't have your license with you, like it's happened to me, you can still show them the picture. They don't like it; they're a little grumpy about it, but they can do it from the picture. Or like one time, I didn't have my license, but I had my passport.
Oh,
And
that'll work.
they were a little grumpy about that too. They really want that license because that fits in the machine. They were a little bit grumpy about it, but we still got there. So, because I'm like, look, I'm in the system. So, like,
Right.
I've been through all the thing. You can see that I am. This is not hard. So they're just a little grumpy about it.
Right.
And
But
I'm
just
nice to
still, I
them,
mean,
but yeah.
if you forgot it, if you got something, if you forgot something, I mean, at the Aria, right down on the corner, there's a Walgreens.
Yep.
You
I
can buy
think it was
anything.
CVS. CVS is down there. And then, you know
Yeah.
what? It's not like you're going to a foreign country here.
No.
You're in Vegas. You
Yeah.
can get whatever you want. And by the way, you can get it delivered to your room if you want to pay for that.
Right.
You can either walk down or you can get it delivered to your room. There's an app for
Right.
that too.
But just have fun. I mean, I go and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have fun. I mean, I don't, I don't worry about going to every class. I learn more in the hallways than I actually learn in the classrooms. So I know last at scaling, I sat in the hallway, and her last name is Brown. I can forget her first name. I apologize. And then I tell you, I'm getting old. I forget. She's just the prettiest. I just love her so much. With the long blonde hair. And I go, "Where's Johnny?" Her husband. And we sat in the hallway and talked. How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you handle this?
Yeah.
And I learned more from that little half an hour than actually sitting in a classroom. So anyway, make friends, have a good time, bring your coffee pot, and go. Attend. I'm not a big party person, but I do show up just so. Okay, I went, and then I leave.
I'll go to some of the after hours ones, depending on the timing, if I'm awake, what I'm doing the next day. But for the most part, I'm like getting a little burned out towards the end of the evening. So I'm like, I need some downtime. I'm going to go catch a game. For me this year, the Dodgers are in the World Series, and there's games every night that we're at Intuit Connect. So I was looking at it going, oh, well, this is good. If I need to go relax, I can go watch the World Series games and kind of chill a bit. And then one thing that I'm doing this year, I do this every year, but I'm even more focused on it this year, is I'm challenging myself, because it's hard for me to do, to walk up to people who look like they might be lost or just are by themselves and just introduce myself and say hi so that I can meet a new person. I did it a little bit last year, was sitting at tables with people I didn't know, but I'm really going to challenge myself to do it like even more this year, so I can meet more people and say hi to them and see if they, especially if they're new, help them, introduce them to whoever if they want to know somebody, I'll introduce them. If they ask a question, things like that, or just meet a new person and have a nice conversation. Because again, this is what we love to talk about.
Right.
Who else? I mean, these are my people: bookkeeping, accounting, all that kind of stuff. We love to talk about that stuff.
By the way, I remember
Yeah.
the two, Brittany Brown and Laura Redmond.
Oh,
I knew,
okay. I know
the
Brittany and Laura.
I knew it
Yeah.
popped in my head. But Brittany Brown from Ledger Gurus and Laura
Yes.
Redmond from Redmond Accounting. I
Yes.
mean, these are two people that I look up to. And then
Yeah.
for me to I sat on the floor where they talked. It's like, oh, like like I'm a fangirl. So it was great. And you get to just meet these people. That to me is the best thing.
Yeah, it's super fun, and yeah, I'm like a fan of a lot of people. It's like, oh, and they're right there and they're talking to you. They come sit
I
down.
know it.
Sometimes they
Yeah.
come sit next to you and you don't even know it. You're like, oh my gosh, you know?
Well, that's how I met Donna. I'm like,
Yeah.
hello, Donna. I'm Debbie Kilsheimer, and she went, oh my God, I've been watching. Really? You've been watching me? I've been watching you.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
kind of fanned
you
out
want to
on
do
each
something
other.
together, and that's how we started talking about doing something like this. So, and
Hmm.
we decided at QuickBooks Connect last year to get together and start to do this goofy thing called YouTube and podcasting and all this kind of doodah.
I've been
And
wanting to do it for years. I'm like, I want to do this, but I couldn't find a person who was brave enough to go with me on it until I met Debbie. I'm like, hey, you want to do this? This sounds like it could be fun.
yeah, and if we
And
goof it up,
yeah,
so what?
yeah, nobody
Be
cares.
brave enough to fail. I think I
Yeah,
should make a thing. Be brave enough to fail.
yep.
You know, I'm going to write that down. That could be the title of a book. I come up with all these great book titles. Brave enough to fail.
Brave enough to fail. I like that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
figure
That's
out how to
good.
use that one at some point.
Yeah.
But anyway,
All
yeah,
right.
the sessions are great too. Pick like one or two that you really want to go to. Maybe you like the speakers. Maybe you want to meet the speakers. That's a perfect place to go meet the speakers. Is at the end of the session, you can go up and talk to them. Most people are very open, or they'll meet up with you later. You know, I've done that many times on people that I wanted to meet, and they've become friends afterwards. Great friends, by the way. Just it's a lot of fun that way. So pick a few you want to hear. You know, there's lots of things to do. You don't have to go again. I don't go to very many sessions. I'm in the halls, like meeting people, talking to people. It's a lot of fun that way. So make the conference your own. You don't have to follow anyone else's agenda but your own. That's what I tell everyone. Follow your own agenda and then be flexible.
Right.
If you meet someone and they're going to a session, you still want to engage with them, go with them. Maybe they know more people so that you can then, you know, broaden
Right.
broaden the scope of people, learn more things. You're not going to absorb everything because it's incredibly overwhelming. I mean, let's face it, just for me alone, going down that big long escalator, I don't like that. That's
Oh, I loved it.
incredibly overwhelming for me to go
Did you
down
go
that
down
big
last year
long.
when they had the pom poms going and all that? The tunnel they called it. Oh, I thought that was the best.
I went down after one of my friends went down and he got a ton of applause and I was like behind him so that like I kind of snuck down because that was completely overwhelming for me. And
I loved it.
I just went right behind him and I'm like, hey, they all chanted his name and everything. And I'm like, I'm good just to be like, that was overwhelming. But a lot of times I will take the elevator just so I don't have to do that. Or the flashy light, when you go through the tunnel, at least they have in the past 2 years, they've got the flashing lights in a tunnel, which is torture for someone like me, who has the things going on in their head. So they do, if you go up and ask one, I call them cast member. Oh my gosh, Disney. If you go up and ask one of the Intuit employees, there is a way around. So if you have issues with things, just go up and ask someone and there's a way to go around some of those things if you start to get overwhelmed with there's a lot of people. They get 3,000 people at this thing, so it can
Right.
be overwhelming.
Right.
When you go into the I call it the app room, I think they call it the vendor room, it can get very crowded when all the sessions get out. So then don't go to a session and go to the room. It's open all the time. So you don't need to go to all the sessions. They don't close the room down. If it's overwhelming for you when it's like crowded in there and really noisy, just skip a session and go in there. That's what I
Right.
do. I go in there, go around. And I'll do it like every day because I'll always miss something.
Right.
So, and that's a lot of fun. And then you can talk to people because they're just sitting around. They don't have anything to do. So you can get more engaged with some of the people who are working for the app company vendors, the software companies. So I do that, and I meet a lot of people that way. And
Let's talk
it's a
about
lot
the
of fun. I
vendor
meet
hall.
the vendor hall, yeah, and I meet a lot of the CEOs. They're there. So when you meet the owners of the company, that's a better ear than the salespeople. So you meet them, you talk to them about, they're asking questions, they want to know. So that's a better contact. The salespeople, yeah, they're there to sell you stuff, schedule demos and all those kinds of things. But the CEO is really the people I want to talk to. There's,
What I would recommend for the vendors, if there are lots of vendors there, so many you don't know where to begin. So if you go there with an idea, say, this is the problem I want to solve in my business, whether it be maybe it's something like engagement letters, it might be billing, it might be receipt management, something like that. Go find those vendors if you want to e-commerce, the e-commerce stuff. And then walk up and down the hall and see who's there. Then find one you want to go back to talk to. And go down, pick up all the goodies that they offer. Make sure you leave enough room in your suitcase to bring it all home. And then talk to them. Now remember, those vendors paid a lot of money to be at that floor. So they want to scan your badge to get your name to call you back. So don't be offended if they call you back. Say, you know what? It's not of interest to me. Thank you very much. If it is, I'll know who to call. So, they want to sell to somebody, but don't get mad when they call. That's their job. So, but just talk to them and find out. But, and what I recommend is, I remember my very first conference was the Sleater conference. There were so many vendors, I didn't know where to begin. So I did nothing that first year. So the next year I would say, I'm going to find one vendor that I'm going to start using their product. And that was SmartVault. I still use SmartVault to this day. It was my very first vendor that I met at a conference. I said, that one I can use. So that was my very first one. So find one and start using it. Otherwise you won't know where to begin because there are so many. And we always like,
exactly.
I like Keeper. I know, Donna, you're looking for a new e-commerce platform, right?
I have one thing. Yeah, I have one thing I need to solve. One problem I need to solve, or the e-commerce. Well, e-commerce, I think I've solved that one. But there's one more problem I need to solve. So my goal is to fix that one issue that I need to solve, and I have like three different vendors and there's a number one that I want to work with. Then I have two other ones that could work, I think, but they got to show me. And I will solve the problem right in front of them because I'm ready to go. I'm ready to, I will launch it. That's one of the reasons why I'm bringing my laptop too, is because this is a pain point for me and I need to solve it. And I'll bring the laptop down to solve it. And I'll do it right in front of them and show them how I do it and contact all my clients and take care of it right there in front of them, because it's such a simple problem to solve, but I'm having such difficulty doing it.
Right.
Because the software vendors or salespeople are getting in the way of what I actually need done. But if I show someone right there, perhaps that won't happen. And I've done that. I did that last year with three different apps that I used, or vendors, software, whatever we want to call them all. But yeah, I did it last year with 3 and it worked really well. And I just need to solve one more, and that's really it. And like, if I can do that, that's a successful conference for me.
Right. But just go have fun. I mean, you can't fail at this conference unless you go and you don't go to anything, but I can't imagine you can't fail.
Yeah.
Just have a good time.
You'll find stuff, my bag, all the stuff I'm bringing goes out to other people so that then I'll fill my bag with the stuff. And I'll give you a tip on the last day. Believe me, those vendors do not want to carry boxes of stuff back with them.
No, they want to give it,
they'll give it away to you. So on the last day, in the last few hours, if there is something you wanted and you want to get more of it, go find them. They don't want to take it with them. It's a pain for them to ship it back. So go find it on that very last day. Believe me, yeah. I used to do trade shows and it was a pain. They have to haul all the stuff back. You got to pack it up. You got to ship it before you get on the plane, and they already have to deal with all their equipment anyways. So the last day is when if there was a water bottle you wanted and you want to get a couple of them, if there's a backpack, extra t-shirts, the last day and the last hours, they are giving it away.
Right. Okay. Well, I think we've covered it all. What do you think, Donna?
I think that's good. I don't see any questions in the chat. You guys can always reach out to us. We're probably going to do one more of these during the week. we can talk a little bit about Intuit Connect and what's going on, and probably some more other stuff too about the week. But that's our focus this week, and we hope everyone has a great week.
Yeah, and when you see us at Connect, please come say hi.
Oh, absolutely. Come say hi. We want to know who you are.
Yes.
We want to meet you. We want to know who you are. Happily come say hello
Yes.
to us.
All right. So
All right.
I guess we should wrap it up for now, huh, Donna?
Yep, we are done. And
All right.
we're going to, as soon as I hit finish, we're going to be going, but we'll see
Thanks
you
for
guys really
coming.
soon. Thank you.